it's cold. It's cold. My 7-year-old battery, it's just not holding a charge. It's 7 years old, this battery. I have no idea how well looked after it was before. The battery, I mean, could have been sitting flat for a long time before now. I got myself a Platinum Prestige. Anyway, this one's coming out. It's got a quick release over here. This one, however, I will need to use a socket set to take that one off. Putting the new battery in, going to be piss easy. Am I even going to show you the process? Nah, probably not. I'll do a before and after. There we go, that was easy. So I made a shit ton of mess in the house. Well, I need to work around those curves here, which is less than easy. I decided to use a router. Routers just obliterate the wood that it touches and just showers the surrounding area with bits of wood. It's not pretty, but you won't see that. It'll be hidden. It curves out here and here. Locks in nice and tight. Same for the other side. Again, not pretty. This is the second one I did. It's a little more successful than the first one. Locks in tight and it's the same width. Working against the other one, it's the same distance between, as long as you lock it in tight. It's actually worked out all right. It pushes that board flat. It doesn't bow out as much. There we go. Worktops are in and screwed down, and holy shit, they look great, if I say so myself. Yeah, these cables are messing with my feng shui. Doesn't that look good? All I need to do is face that, put a face on it when it's ready to go. I've also trimmed this bit here. It's just a thin piece of wood. This bit of trim, just carefully sand that off or cut it off or something. And tomorrow I'm going to try and put the kitchen sink in. One thing that occurred to me, I was thinking of putting a runner, kind of hallway carpet. The way that the cupboards are bolted straight to the floor and not on a plinth means that it's impossible for me to have a carpet unless it's about 20 centimeters wide. Although I have a magic rug already. Actually, I'm hoping that the floor is flat, because I'm hoping that now when I open the doors they don't bottom out in the middle of the van. I've been shopping 3 more reels of LED strip, under £7 each including shipping. Battery isolator, because I've got no way of isolating that battery. I need one. Fuse isolator switch for the solar, and 5 meters each of fat cable. And I got that from Splitch RGE. For some reason it didn't make it into the video last weekend, but there is an aluminium strip there. I won't open the door because it's night time. All right, pick up again in the morning. Oh, it don't look bad. It's a bit jarring having the grey of the plastic there faced with this white. Maybe I'll take a piece of trim off, take it into a DIY store and get them to match the colour. I've assembled the sink. There's rather a lot of waste hose, but it is cut downable. This fitting on the end is removable. You've got a drain here for any kind of fatbergs that build up in the trap. This is all turnaroundable, so I can put it that way if there's enough space, even flip it the opposite way. I've marked up where the sink goes, and I've measured and I've measured and I've measured, and a few more times I've measured. This is another one of those sphincter puckering moments, and so the neighbours can't see me crying if I fuck this up. I'm going to pull the curtains. Because if I do f this up, I have no idea whether I can get any more of this worktop, so I'd have to replace the lot. There is a pencil line which is the outline of the sink. The instructions allow for some wiggle room, with about 1/2 centimetre either side for slight adjustments. So if I need to make it a bit bigger, I can. In my quest to get the perfect camera angle, I have the crotch cam. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. No going back now, is there? Well, that was only slightly terrifying. I'm gonna see if the sink fits now. And it does. Probably a good idea that I take the sink out in case I drop a tool. Marked up for the tap. Now I need to move quick because there's a little bit of water on the worktop and that ink is water soluble. There's a pencil mark here. There's a pencil mark here. This is the safe line, so I don't foul the metal behind, and I use that to mark the hole, making sure I'm away from this edge and away from that line. I'm going to put some silicone in that hole. I'm also going to wipe some silicone around the wood here. While I'm waiting for that to cure, this might be a mistake. The alternative is buying a new monitor. I'm gonna stick it on with sticks like shit. Let's see what happens. I'm going to only glue on these arms, and these are for much bigger TVs, like the 300 or 400 spacing, and I put them at a funny angle. Goes kind of diagonally on the bottom one. Now, in case I do need to take this off, I'm going to need to glue the screw onto the back of the monitor. Otherwise it's just going to turn and I'll never get this off. I'm not putting it on too thick because I'm going to need to press it down. If this fails, it will be because the monitor breaks. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh. It won't kill the monitor unless when I hang it on the wall it just tears it apart. Monitor arm is on, well, it's mounted on the wall, goes through my trunking and into the steel. I've taken the foot off. Of course, the side of the van isn't vertical, is it? Yeah, so my monitor's just going to twat me in the face. I can tighten it up and see whether that even works. I just tightened up these bolts. That did the trick. These bits that stick up, maybe I'll put a handle or something on there. Watch movies from bed and it's in front of my desk. But yeah, dig it, that's good. New phone, it's a Mate 10 Pro. There's a USB Type-C hub, keyboard and mouse. I can launch YouTube on here. I can make it full screen. Yeah, so I'm watching YouTube with my phone's data on a computer monitor. Bluetooth speakers. This phone doesn't have a headphone jack, so I have to use that. Sinks in, taps in. Very compact, it's very clever. Looks like an old Dyson. Clamped in tight under here. That's the inlet for the tap, and it turns on like this, except it doesn't because there's no water in it. Ready to go, but there's no water container. have the pump on this side because this is a more solid surface. Yeah, this is all very solid. So now I'm going to chill out on my bed, listen to some music and enjoy my van.